I told my American friends I was moving to South Korea for a month. They looked at me like I was crazy. Where even is that? One asked. Isn't that near China? Another said. But after just 24 hours in Seoul, I sent them a video message, and their jaws literally dropped. What I experienced in one single day changed everything they thought they knew about Asia. Picture this. I landed at Incheon Airport at 6 a.m., tired, confused, and honestly a little nervous. I'm from Texas, where everything is big, loud, and spread out. I expected South Korea to be completely overwhelming. But the moment I walked through those airport doors, something incredible happened. The airport had a forest inside it. An actual forest with trees, a pond, and birds chirping. I rubbed my eyes thinking I was dreaming. What kind of airport has a forest? Hey, quick pause. If you're enjoying this wild story about my first day in South Korea, please hit that subscribe button and smash the like. This is a brand new channel, and your support means everything. I've got so many more shocking Korea stories to share. Now, let me tell you what happened next. Getting into Seoul was my first real shock. Back home in America, you need a car for everything. Everything. But here, I jumped on the airport train, and within 45 minutes, I was in the heart of Seoul. The train was spotless, cleaner than most American hospitals I've been to. And it cost me less than a Starbucks coffee. I kept looking around thinking, where's the catch? Why is this so cheap and so nice? I checked into my tiny Airbnb in Gangnam. Yes, that Gangnam from the song. My American brain couldn't process what I was seeing outside the window. Buildings everywhere, but they were organized, clean, and covered in colorful signs with Korean letters that looked like art. And the streets, not a single piece of trash. I literally walked around for 10 minutes looking for garbage on the ground. Nothing. In New York, you can't walk 5 feet without seeing trash. Here, spotless. By 9 a.m., I was starving. I found a small restaurant near my place. Now, in America, breakfast means eggs, bacon, maybe some pancakes, right? I sat down, and they brought me rice, soup, kimchi, and like 6 other small dishes I couldn't even name. For breakfast. And here's the crazy part, all those side dishes were free. They just kept refilling them. I was eating like a king, and the bill was only 6,001. That's like $5. $5 for all that food. After breakfast, I needed to buy a few things, so I went to a convenience store. In America, convenience stores are just places to grab a soda and maybe some chips. But this Korean convenience store? It was like a mini restaurant. They had a seating area where you could actually cook ramen using hot water dispensers. People were eating full meals there. And the food selection? Everything from triangle kimbap to fresh salads to hot meals. I stood there like a kid in a candy store, completely amazed. Around noon, I decided to use the subway to explore. Back in America, public transportation can be, let's just say, scary sometimes. I was nervous. But the Seoul subway? Oh my goodness. First, there are signs in English everywhere. Second, the trains come every 3 to 5 minutes. 3 to 5 minutes. In America, you wait 30 minutes and hope the train actually shows up. Third, everyone was so orderly. No pushing, no shoving, people lined up perfectly. I felt like I was in a movie. I got off at Myeongdong to do some shopping. This is where things got really weird for my American brain. Every store I walked into, the workers greeted me with "Annyeonghaseyo" and bowed slightly. Bowed. They were so polite and attentive. In America, you're lucky if a store worker even looks up from their phone. Here, they treated me like I was important, like my business actually mattered. One lady at a makeup store gave me free samples just for walking in. I didn't even buy anything. By mid-afternoon, my phone was dying. In America, this would be a crisis because good luck finding a place to charge your phone for free. But in Seoul, I walked into a random coffee shop, and they had charging stations at every table. Not just outlets, actual charging cables built into the tables for every type of phone. Plus, the Wi-Fi was super fast and completely free. No password needed. No buy something first rule. Just free. My American mind was blown. I grabbed a coffee and experienced another shock. The coffee shop was open 24 hours. 24 hours. And it wasn't in some sketchy area. It was beautiful, clean, and full of people studying or working on laptops at 4 p.m. on a Tuesday. In America, coffee shops close at 6 or 7 p.m. Here, the whole city felt alive at all hours. People were safe walking around anytime. I saw women walking alone late at night without fear. That's when it hit me. Seoul might be one of the safest cities in the world. Around dinner time, I made a mistake. I left my wallet on a bench while taking photos at a park. I didn't realize it until 30 minutes later. My heart dropped. In America, that wallet would be gone, stolen within seconds. I ran back to the park, praying, and there it was, still on the bench, with all my money inside. A lady was actually standing next to it, guarding it, waiting to see if someone would come back for it. I almost cried. She just smiled, bowed, and walked away before I could even thank her properly. For dinner, I went to a Korean barbecue place. Now, I'm from Texas. We invented barbecue, or so I thought. But Korean barbecue? It's a whole different universe. They bring raw meat to your table, you cook it yourself on a grill built into the table, and they give you endless side dishes and lettuce wraps. The meat was so high quality, and the whole experience cost me about $15. In America, a similar meal would easily be $50 or more. I ate until I couldn't move, and I was still shocked by how cheap it was. After dinner, I walked around Gangnam at night. The streets were lit up like daytime with all the neon signs and screens on buildings. But here's what got me. There were people everywhere, and I felt completely safe. Families with kids, elderly couples, young people, everyone just enjoying the night. In most American cities, you don't walk around at night unless you have to. Here, nighttime felt like the city was just getting started. It was magical. I stopped at a 24-hour spa called a Jjimjilbang. For about $10, you can stay there all night if you want. They give you clothes, you can use hot tubs, saunas, cold pools, and they even have sleeping rooms with heated floors. People were sleeping there like it was a hotel. Families, couples, solo travelers like me, all just relaxing. In America, a spa day costs hundreds of dollars and you get kicked out after your treatment. This place felt like a whole vacation for the price of lunch. Around midnight, I took the subway back to my Airbnb. The subway was still packed with people, still clean, still safe. The trains were still running perfectly on time. I sat there exhausted but smiling, thinking about my American friends back home. They sleep at 10 p.m. because there's nothing to do. They drive everywhere because public transport is terrible. They pay so much for basic things that are cheap here, and they have no idea what they are missing. As I lay in bed that first night, I did the math in my head. In 24 hours, I had taken clean, cheap public transportation everywhere. I ate amazing food for less than $20 total. I experienced safety I'd never felt in American cities. I saw technology and convenience that felt 10 years ahead of home. I was treated with respect everywhere I went. And I understood why my American friends couldn't believe it when I sent them videos. South Korea in just one day had completely destroyed every expectation I had. This wasn't just a different country, it was a different world. So that was my first 24 hours in South Korea, and honestly, it was just the beginning. I've been here for weeks now, and every day I discover something new that shocks me. If you want to see more of these real, honest stories about South Korea, hit subscribe and turn on notifications. Drop a comment telling me what shocked you most about this story. And if you've been to Korea, tell me, what was your biggest shock? See you in the next video.